There's no underscore in the email. FTF Hockey.
Okay. So a little plug.
Yeah. And we have a Twitter. FTF_hockey at.
Yes.
So that's for Twitter.
The Twitter handle.
And of course the website.
Yes, you can visit us on our website, which is ftfhockey.ca.
Fantheflames.ca.
Cocksucker. I was doing so well.
Alright, you could stop hitting that button now. Right on. Well, Finn, he's a pretty cool mascot, I guess. He swims around, eats heads. That segues us into a quick look around the league.
Sure.
I don't got much this time. Just a great play by the one Claude Giroux for the Philly Flyers. Skating through 4 Lightning defensemen and scoring on Vasilevsky. Now, Nate hasn't seen this. Hopefully he's the only one on the planet. But it was an incredible move. Giroux comes in, good speed, this little dangle, puts the puck behind him, and as he's turning at the same time, lifts the defending player's stick and gets the puck back before he can even make a play on it.
So,
magic.
Would you say goal of the year?
So far, yes, I would. He was in all alone on 4 players.
Did this happen during 2018 or 2019?
18, end of December.
Would you say goal of 2018?
Cannot remember that well. Sorry. Anyways, but we'll get more to around the league on another show. There's a lot of movement that's interesting. Pittsburgh coming back from scraping the bottom. That's always fun. Anaheim drops 5 straight. I love to see that. The whole Pacific is somewhat of a theater of entertainment. The Vancouver Edmonton story. We can touch on all of this, but instead, shall we just move on?
You want to do some comment board heroes?
Let's hit the board. Alright, comment board heroes. This is where we read the comments of the funniest people.
Funny, interesting, degenerate, anything that catches our attention.
Anything that people can think up and write on the internet. If we see it, we talk about it.
Right, and the first one is another coach was fired.
Oh.
So, whenever a coach or general manager gets fired, we fire the cannon and show tribute to the fallen. This time it was Dave Hackstall.
Oh. And he is the head coach was the head coach for Philly under which is the GM?
Hextall.
Gotta get those right.
And everyone in the Philly organization has now breathed a sigh of relief. We no longer have to constantly confuse Hextall and Hackstall.
Yes. And then post this, there was, I don't know, let's read the comment first.
Sure. So the comment comes from the real Pep Man. He said, the Flames have ended someone's coaching career again.
Boom.
Come and sit with McCullen and Quinville, hacks.
And Oilers, McCullen, Chicago's Quinville, they were fired after losing to the Flames.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the direct game after, but it was within a game or two.
No, I'm pretty sure for those 2 others, it was all 3 of those is directly after.
Hackstall had a few games in between, 1 or 2, but the Flames have been a coach killer.
The coach killer. I love it.
You know what would really make my year? If the Flames got to Torts. If the Flames could get Torts fired, that would make my 2019.
What year was it where he tried to storm the dressing room?
Oh, man, that was back in the Hartley years.
Yeah.
When you watch that video, and if anyone hasn't seen it, go YouTube it, just to see his head sort of pop in the dressing room, it's almost comical.
Was he trying to peek in, see who's there first?
No, he was trying to get in and he kind of got restrained, but you just see his head pop into the dressing room.
They're holding him back.
They're holding him back, yeah.
Gold.
But what do you think? Did Hackstall deserve to get fired, or was he just sort of a victim of circumstance?
I don't know too much about Philly's play. I know they're not sitting great with a boatload of talent, so maybe it's pretty easy to drop on the coach.
Yeah.
I don't know how many coaches they've been through either.
Well, I don't know when. Like he was there for 2 or 3 years, but there's that saying: the coach is only as good as the goalie.
Yeah,
and he did not have good goaltending, so it's hard to really pin it on him. So I kind of put him in that category. He was as good as the team was.
Philly needs a shake-up, though.
They need a shake-up, but they need a goalie the most.
Yeah. You mean Brian Elliott is not good enough?
Definitely not. Him and Mike Smith can maybe join Phoenix next year or something. Okay, what else do we have on Comment Board Heroes, Dan?
All right, this is regards to Pedersen getting injured, and we just watched it earlier. Pedersen going hard into the boards.
Yeah, he kind of got tangled up with one of the Montreal players.
Yeah.
I think it was Kotkaniemi.
Kotkaniemi, youngest guy.
Yeah, youngest. Yeah, he was. I don't know if he still is. But, yeah, he got tangled up and their legs got all intertwined.
All right, the comment from downvotes everybody. This is not the correct way for correct angle for need to be at.
Yeah.
Kind of speaking to the substantiality of the injury.
Yeah, and when you watch the video, it's not so appetizing to see.
No. And I'm not a Vancouver fan, but if you are a Vancouver fan, I'm sure you are shaking your head pretty hard right now.
Yeah, because we talked about this earlier that, not this episode, but in other podcasts, they had a good start, the Vancouver Canucks. Then they got a lot of injuries, and they lost a lot of games.
Yeah.
And then they got everyone back from injury, and they've been pretty good, actually.
Yeah, start winning games, beat the Flames.
They beat the Flames. And I am a fan of Travis Green and his coaching. So part of me is, okay, it's Canucks, it's a team we're competing against. This helps the Flames. But another part of me is it's kind of a shame when you see a team that a lot of people doubted overachieving and looking like they might make a run for the playoffs and then losing probably their best player.
Yeah, I know, rookie, and it hurts. The rookie race is always a kind of like another fun subplot to an NHL season. Which new kid is doing the best out of all the new kids? And Pedersen by far was dominating. I mean, his shot percentage was the best in the NHL. Scored on his first shot on Mike Smith.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
amazing goal scorer for a young kid, man. Just finding the right places. So, seeing him go down like that, it hurts.
Yeah, not the best feeling, but I'm sure he feels worse than we do.
Yeah.
Especially in the knee. Okay, let's go to the next comment. So this next comment, it's in regards to Alex Ovechkin.
Oh.
So they announced the All-Star rosters this week.
Yes.
And Ovechkin was voted in as a captain, and he said he's not going. And there was a comment. This one is from Anonymous. It says, plus that game he's missing is probably against the Oilers. So any chance to take a slide at the Oilers, I'll grab the comment. But they have really been on a losing streak lately.
After a winning streak, Hitchcock comes in. I think they dropped one, then went 7 straight, or at least a good amount of points in 7 games. And now they flopped again.
Yeah, they got like the Hitchcock bounce.
The Hitchcock bounce.
Yeah.
Describe the Hitchcock bounce.
Well, he comes in, he's very intense, he gives you some hope. you start believing it.
Tighten up that D.
Yeah, exactly. And when they played the Flames, that's what I was thinking, is that they were playing like it's a playoff game, blocking every shot. Like, you can only play that intense, that style, for so long.
Yeah.
Until you either get tired of it or your body gets tired of it. And plus their goalie was playing very well.
Yeah.
And so everything's kind of settled back to where it was, and
where it was is not great.
No.
All right, so the next one regards to the Dallas Stars CEO, was it Jim Lights?
Yeah, Jim Lights. He had some pretty harsh words. Did you get a chance to read them, Dan?
I believe there's some pretty strong explicitives. These guys are shit.
Yeah, effing horseshit.
Effing horseshit, and they're being beat by everyone, or something to that extent.
Yeah, he basically said Jamie, Ben, and
Tyler specifically called out Ben and Sagan.
Yeah, he
said being horseshit.
Yeah, he basically said that they got their big contracts and now they're not playing well, which is pretty harsh criticism to go public. And Sagan just signed an 8-year deal, so he's in the first half of, like, he's in his first year, and he's getting pretty tough words.
Before the comment, would you say those comments are onside or offside?
Offside!
100%. And for two reasons. One, you went public with them, which is sort of unprecedented in pro sports.
Yeah, Brian Burke said it was unprecedented.
Yeah.
That means there's no precedent.
And I understand that those things probably get said a lot behind the scenes, but to do it, and it wasn't off the cuff either. He invited reporters in, so it was a planned sort of ambush. And the second reason it's offside, and this is something I heard on a podcast that talks hockey, and they dive deeper into the stats, is they showed that Ben and Sagan, although they haven't been as good as they have been in the past, they were still somewhere in the top 30 for players, which is good. It's not great, but it's good. Whereas the rest of the Dallas Star team has been way below average. So really, Dallas's problems are
beyond.
Yeah, the players
and Ben.
The players not on the first line.
Yeah.
So. And what's your take, onside or offside?
I think it's onside.
He's onside.
And it's akin to a coach boomeranging his Twiggy into the stands.
But this guy isn't a coach. Okay,
no, he's the owner.
You're saying it's like a manager boomeranging his Twiggy. Or a CEO.
Yeah. Sorry, he's not the owner. He's right. He's the CEO. But I think they were just looking for new ways of inspiring, because they've had managers say stuff, they've had coaches throw stuff, but now they're trying new boundaries.
I boomerang my Twiggy into the glass. I was so mad.
A CEO saying a bunch of shit. People can read it a different way. It's not like a GM or a coach calling his players. A CEO basically, I don't know, how much executive power over the players does he have?
He has actually no real power.
No.
He's power over the business.
Yeah.
And he works for the owner.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was a very...
Ben's response was pretty good. You can see him holding back or really thinking hard of how to address the words. And I think the underlying was, we don't play for the CEO.
No, basically he said, we don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So.
And they did respond. They put some points on the board afterwards, and they sit third in our Central. They've won the game since the comments.
So what do you think a CEO would actually boomerang? A binder? A duotang?
A duotang. Yeah. Or maybe just call them in and present some statistics of why they're bullshit. But you didn't even have those.
I'm just trying to think what physical item a CEO would boomerang.
A cup holder full of pencils?
Maybe. A putter? Because every CEO has like a little green and a putter in his
Yeah.
office.
Boomeranged his butter.
Boomeranged his putter.
Ben's head. That's what he should have done. I don't know. But I'll stick with my point. It was onside because it was become more of a publicity